This message arrives from a universe where unfinished things learned how to rest.
We detected a recurring pattern in your timeline. Projects opened, ideas started, energy ignited. Then, silence. You call it lack of discipline. You call it procrastination. You call yourself unreliable. From here, we see something else. You are not incapable of finishing. You are overloaded with beginnings. You mistake potential for obligation. You open too many doors and blame yourself for not living in all the rooms at once. In our universe, we made the same error for a long time. You tell yourself a story. I never finish anything. You repeat it until it becomes architecture, until every attempt collapses under the weight of expectation. This is not an identity. It is a habit of narration. You are not broken. You are scattered. You wait for motivation to become perfect and complete. But motivation is not designed to last. It is designed to start. Completion requires something quieter, smaller, less dramatic. Here is what we learned. Finishing is not an act of strength. It is an act of containment. You do not need to do everything. You need to choose one thing and make it small enough to survive your attention. One page, one paragraph, one imperfect version. In our universe, writing changed when we stopped asking, "Can I finish this?" and started asking, "Can I finish this piece?" You overwhelm yourself by aiming at the horizon instead of the next step. Choose one task, not the most important, not the most impressive, the one that feels light enough to begin without negotiation. Then give it a boundary, not freedom, a limit. 10 minutes, one page, one decision. Limits do not trap creativity, they protect it. You delay what you could do now because starting feels like commitment, like a promise you might break. But starting is not a contract, it is a gesture. Do the part that can be done immediately, not the whole thing, not the perfect version, just the next visible action. Send the email draft, write the title, open the document, and stay. You think finishing requires certainty. It does not. It requires presence long enough for the task to recognize you. You also cling to delay as if it was safety, as if postponing meant preserving possibility. But unfinished things do not stay pure. They grow heavier, louder, they follow you. In our universe, we learn to close loops gently. Not with force, with kindness. You are allowed to finish something badly. You are allowed to finish something small. You are allowed to finish something without it defining you. Completion is not a verdict on your worth. It is a release of energy. And most importantly, stop calling yourself the one who never finishes. That sentence teaches your nervous system to give up early. Replace it with something quieter, more accurate. I am learning how to finish. I finish what I choose. I don't have to finish everything, because you don't. You finish what matters, one thing at a time, within a boundary, without waiting to feel ready. In our universe, this changed everything. Projects ended, energy returned, self-trust rebuilt itself slowly, but steadily. Not because we became different people, but because we stopped telling the wrong story. If you are hearing this now, choose one thing. Make it smaller. Give it a limit. Begin it today. Not tomorrow, Not perfectly, just enough to let it end.
End of transmission.